Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm pulling out of my rented lot here in Capitan, New Mexico, and headed towards Carrizozo, the county seat of Lincoln County, New Mexico. Why? Because if you want to get something done, sometimes you got to get it done yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go check on a few things there. But life is for the living, ladies and gentlemen. And what is that? The Shawshank Redemption. Remember the deal? Get busy living or get busy dying. Well, I choose to get busy living, even though it leads to that other thing. But moving right along, my plan. Do I have a plan? Oh, I got 100 of them. I mean, which one do you want today? It's just the mood, whatever mood I'm in is what the plan is for the day or my life. But really, I've been looking at it a little closer because obviously I've got plenty of time to think and look at different options and stuff. And I've always done this, not anything new. And so I thought, well, maybe I could find me a little quote fixer-upper in Capitan, and whatever you did to it, the money wouldn't be thrown away. You could get it back when you sold the place. Real estate is always a good investment, in my opinion. A lot of people may take issue with that, but I think they're wrong. So let me do this thing a little bit off here. I think I made it more worstest. So anyway, so I may, if I can find, I've got one written down that I walked by a couple of times, and I thought, if they don't want too much for it, then possibly I could piddle with it and make it a summer type home, or possibly even a year-round type home. You never know. I haven't lived here in the winter, so I can't really render a judgment from my standpoint. I've heard other people say, well, they're pretty mild. Some of them say they can be cold. Winters are cold just about everywhere in the United States, except for far south Texas and parts of Florida. But moving right along, I do like the little community of Capitan. People are friendly, that just makes me feel good all over more than anywhere else, to know that there are still humans that with manners, and that will talk to you and just chat with you. That's Levi's place on the left, but you can't see it because I didn't turn the deal. He's got his little motor scooter there, and life is good, so that means he's home. So, hello, Levi. But anyway, so we're going to go over to Carrizozo today, to the appraisal district, and I'm going to see what I can scare up, and we'll see what happens. Life is what it is. When I sold those lots last year, almost exactly to the day, it actually was May the 23rd, I think, that I sold all my lots, the lots in Kingsland and the lots in Capitan, New Mexico. Sold them all. And there I was, sitting there thinking, well, you're homeless now. Well, actually, when you make the earth your home, then you ain't got no problem. So that's kind of what I did, and I've done that for a year. I went to RV parks. Of course, I went to the RV park in Llano and checked out some state parks and did some other things. And I can continue to do that, and I may. I ain't saying I'm not. Because, as far as living on the road and moving twice a month, is that a problem? No. Not a bit. Not a bit. Do I mind doing it? Nope. Not a bit. Not a bit. But why don't you do that, Rusty? Well, because I like Capitan, New Mexico as a place to reside for those long, hot summers. And I want to do that. Right now I'm renting, and I could probably continue that for a while, but you never know. If anything happens to the landlady, or landlord, whatever, then the new owners may say, get out. So, that uncertainty factor doesn't sit real well with me. But moving right along, beautiful day. Temperature right now shows to be 72. It'll be a little warmer in Carrizozo. This is a beautiful drive between Capitan, New Mexico and Carrizozo, because you go over Indian Divide, which Levi gave me the history on that name. And Levi knows a lot about the Native Americans and artifacts and stuff in the history of this area, so he'll surprise you. But anyway, he was telling me that they were bringing a railroad through, had an engineering crew out, and they were looking for the path of least resistance, so to speak. And they thought, well, they'd ask this Native American, probably an Apache, to help them do that. They thought he might know a path of least resistance through these mountains in here. And sure enough, he did, but he didn't do it the way they thought. What he did was he got a cow and kind of herded the cow along the trail, and the cow naturally, instinctively will find the path of least resistance. You see what I mean? In other words, they don't like to go straight up. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that was kind of the story on Indian Divide. That's how that path name came to be. Isn't that interesting? I like stories like that. But we're cruising along at 50 miles an hour, and no cars behind me at all. Obviously no cars in front of me. And temperature, I think I said, was 72. So good. Yeah, I got a plan. I got plans, guys. You know me, I have got plans. Woo! I'll give you a few of them. I could just stay on the road, go to state parks 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, Corps of Engineers 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because you can stay there 2 weeks, then you got to move. You go away 2 weeks, you can come back. Blah 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 blah, on and on and on. So that could go on ad infinitum. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Another path or choice would be, I've got 2 lots that I own in Lando, Texas. I've often talked about building a cabin on them. There's a few little minor issues, so to speak. Like finding somebody to do it. But I do have a builder, and he will do it. And I'm not, but that's option 2. And then there you could do kind of a blend. I could take, what's that in the road? A cat? A gato? El gato get run over. No, El gato's smart. El gato get out of the road. But anyway, so I could do that. I could build a cabin, live in the cabin, or if I could keep the motorhome separately, then yeah, I could just take trips and do that like anybody else that lives in sticks and bricks. I could also, option 960, I could build a home in Capitan on the lots that I have here, or the lots that the owner has, if I can buy them back. And the cost there is not prohibitive. I may have to borrow a little bit or get a small mortgage loan for 10 to 15 years, which would be an interest rate of around 2.5%, which is pretty good, so that's not a problem. Would I lose any money if I had to sell it later on, or my son? No, you're not going to lose money on real estate. You're going to have to work real hard at that. So, that's another option. What else is an option? Just travel around the U.S. I can go to state parks and 2 weeks, all over the West if I want to. However, the only really good deal on doing that, of course, is New Mexico, where you get the state park pass. And then if you can find a spot at the state park, you could do the 2 weeks, and it would cost you $225 a year as an out-of-stater for the New Mexico pass, plus $4 a day for water and electric at the state parks. And that's pretty dadgum cheap. I talked to somebody yesterday, I want to say Richard, could be. He was telling me that there was a RV park that either they stayed at or was going to stay at, and it was $85 a night. You hear me? And that's kind of where RV parks are going. Of course, in smaller towns, out of the way spots that are not tourist traps, it's not too bad. Capitan is around $300 a month, but you got to pay the electricity. In addition to that, Ruidoso is $400, in that range, $500 a month, plus you pay the electricity. And Carrizozo has a park, but one RV park, but it's, $400 a month plus electric or something. But there's a lot of them around here. So that's always another option. Just do the RV park thing by the month and go. Just stay in an RV park for a month and then get up and go to another one, another one. 12 of those. If you stayed in one a month, 12 would make a year. You see what I mean? And you could go anywhere. You could go all over the United States. It cost you $500 a month, or probably an average of $400 a month plus electricity, which is much cheaper than a sticks and bricks with taxes and all the maintenance and stuff. So yeah, a lot of options, guys. And once you'll see, I was a mouse in a cage when I had those two lots. There I was. I had my little properties that I owned that actually kind of owned me, and I got set free on May the 23rd of last year. So now the little mouse is not really sure what he wants to do. The little mouse ran out of the cage and sat down on his butt and said, now what, Chief? Now I'm working hard to get back in the cage, kind of like the mouse would do. That's where the food was, and the water was, and all the predictability. And boy, do we like predictability. Yes, we do. When things are unpredictable, our blood pressure goes up because we don't feel safe. So predictability is a big issue with human beings, and I'm a human being. Beautiful. I love these views out here, guys. I really do. I really do. And I like my little car, my little Spark getting 47 miles a gallon. Yeah, it's not all bad. And I got me some dark chocolate almonds and some green tea that Amy sent me from Oahu. Thank you very much, again and again and again. And as soon as I end this video, I will proceed to pig out, so to speak. But yeah, it's a nice day. Gives me time to ponder. And it's kind of fun. It gives me something to do, even though I may end up doing nothing, which is a good choice sometimes. Probably most of the time doing nothing is a good choice. But it's fun to have something to do. You know what I mean? Tom Landry's deal about a full life, the 3 legs of a full life. Something to do, something to look forward to, and someone to love. Well, I love myself and my kids, and and I'm always coming up with something to do and something to look forward to. So right now, pretty good shape. Get busy living, you know what I mean. And if there's anything you want to do, you better be doing it, you know what I mean. Pretty country, man. I love these wide open views, these old dry desert looking mountains. I just like it. I do, and it's such a nice, pleasant drive over to Carrizozo. It's like 20 miles, and it's all downhill going to Carrizozo mostly. Coming back, of course, you pay the price, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm cruising along about 50. You're probably getting some road noise, but just enjoy it, because that ensures that we are on the road. See, that's why I do that. That's why I add the road noise, because that way you'll feel safe, because I feel safe knowing that I'm still on the road. On the road again. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes. In fact, there was a girl about probably late 20s maybe, outside in her front yard this morning, and she would look like she was setting up for a garage sale. That was in Capitan as I was walking, and I said, "Looks like you're setting up for a garage sale." She said, "Yes, sir, I sure am." Makes me feel good all over. Just friendly as she could be. She said, "Getting rid of a lot of junk." Well, hello world. That's what we do. We acquire it. The day we get it, it ain't junk. 2 or 3 years later, it's in the attic or a storage building or in the trash can or a garage sale, and then somebody else has the junk. Junk, banana, fanta, funk, feet, 5, and monk, junk. The name game. Yep, I do like this. Well, we'll go all the way. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's only been about 14 feet. We'll just kind of cruise along here, and if I think of something unimportant to say, I'll say it. Yippers. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have me a dark chocolate almond while I take a break. Good. Play the name game with Carrizozo. That'd be a good one. Short names work better. Oh, also, I was pronouncing the name of this little town near here, no gal. Actually, it's pronounced no gal. You know, like no girlfriend, no gal. That's what I was told by a commentor. Yippers. Life is what you make it. It's not what anybody else does. It's what you do. Very important. Of course, other people's lives can impact yours. There's a house for sale. Well, hell. Let's go look at it. Well, hello. Looks like a good neighborhood. Yeehaw! Here we go. It is a good neighborhood. You know why? Because look where it's located. Out here in the middle of nowhere. Let's go look and see what we shall see. If it's that first green shed, I'm going to buy it. Right now. Why? Because I just went. Kind of guy I am, and I'll walk from here to Capitan every morning. All right. Got a little sign here that says house for sale. Okay. Don't think see, I got sharp eyes. You see that little old sign there? My little eyes pick that up like boom. Okay, here we come in. This is Jose Vega Loop. So loop implies that you go in one way and come out another, right? I got on a loop one time on some Bureau of Land Management land. Well, guess what? It was loopless. It was without loop. It didn't come out the other side. Be the greenhouse. Be the greenhouse. You know, these people would love to have me as a neighbor, don't you think? I'm sure they're just dying to have a green. What is that first house? It's the first little green building there's for sale. Ha! What do you think about that? It's a fixer-upper too, times 10. I mean, well, actually, it looks like it's a little metal building that somebody kind of made a house out of. If I can get a price on it. Well, let's find out about this thing. This is Jose Vega Street, I think. Let's call a realtor. Well, they got a phone number up here. I'll call them. Well, hell yeah, you got a beautiful view. I'm sure the neighbor, hell, you know, don't worry about neighbors, man. Shit, if they turn out to be crap, sell it and make a few thousand. Okay, here we go, right here. Lincoln County Realty. It's 210 Jose Vega. Let's see if I can get anybody to answer. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm buying a home. 75. Whoops, I got the wrong number in 0607.
Hello, this is Patty. How can I help you?
Patty, this is Rusty, your old pal. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Boy, I have found my dream home, honey. I mean, this is it. Your sign is stuck right in the front of it.
Oh, wow. Well, which one is that?
210 Jose Vega Carrizozo.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's 17 acres.
17 acres?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, then we're getting serious now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's 119, I believe, is the price on it.
It looks like they got a water catchment system. There's no water out here?
It's a well.
Oh, they got a water well.
With a water well with a storage tank. And then it's not really a house, it's just a little garage or shop. I think the owner used to spend the night in there sometimes. I think there's a little bit in there, but it's not really a home.
17 acres. It's got all the utility. Got a septic system?
Yeah, there used to be a manufactured home park there, so it's got a septic system, it's got the natural gas, it's got
is this in the county?
Electricity.
This is in the county, right?
Yes.
Huh. 17 acres, huh?
Yes, it's got those horse facilities there.
Well, I ain't getting no horse.
You're gonna have to get one now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you buy the horse and feed it, and I'll ride it. Huh? You hear me? Well, anyway,
I've never had a horse either.
well, I did when I was a kid, but anyway, so yeah, I see where they had the RV motorhome or excuse me, manufactured.
It was a manufactured home.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
where that is just too cool. Well, as far as looking at the building, I probably don't need. It's just vacant on the inside, probably.
It's got the well equipment in there, the pressure tank and all,
Huh?
and then just it's it's just a room.
But did you used to live here?
Me no. The owner was a jockey. He passed away
You mean like a jockey at the racetrack?
at the racetrack. Yeah, he was a pretty well-known jockey.
No kidding.
And his daughter has it now.
Oh, okay. And they're asking what 100 and what?
119.
Wow, man! If they were only asking in the 90s, possibly. Yeah. Are they entertaining
You
offers?
can always try. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'd have to do though, I'd have to get a mortgage loan, and all that stuff. But 17 acres, guys. That ain't all bad. So.
No, it's kind of neat out there. The views are beautiful.
Yeah, and you don't get the really cold winters that you get
Right.
in Capitan. It's warmer here, isn't it?
It's warmer.
Yeah, but it's also windier pretty much year round too.
It is, because you don't have the mountains shielding you
No.
from the wind and the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear dogs. Big dogs. I hear big dogs.
Coming at you. He's coming at you.
Yeah, there are big. Oh my God! Look at that thing. Looks like. Wonder what is that
Are
thing?
you sure it's
Well,
not a horse?
no, I don't think I want a horse anymore. Hell, I could ride that dog.
That's what I meant. Are you sure it's not a horse?
No, that's a dog. And guess what kind it is?
I don't know.
Pit bull.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Because I was thinking, I was looking at this road, it's a loop, and I thought, well, hell, I could just walk around here and down to the highway and back. But the only thing is, between me and the highway is that horse, the dog.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
well, I will keep it in mind, and I
Okay.
doubt that I'll make an offer. But you never know, old Rusty, he's kind of loony, So
Well,
Yep.
I'll be here
Thank-
if you feel with me.
I am loony, Patty. Thank you, Patty, for your courtesy. And there's another one. It looks like a lot down here on the end. You have that one too?
Let me check. No, but I can look into it. Just 1 second.
Because it's further away from the dog.
Let's see here.
Yeah, it's a vacant lot, looks like. They might have had something there. Or maybe it's not a vacant lot. But, well, never mind. It just grew up into a house.
Okay, let me see what this says. See what shows up on
No,
that
this
street.
well, it's a house. It's got a RV. It's got 2 RVs there. They got it's somebody that comes up here seasonally, and this is listed by Weaver Real Estate.
Okay,
But no, that's a home. They want $250,000 for that.
let's see.
Did you find it?
Not yet.
It's not important. Don't
I
fool it.
forgot to click a certain thing.
That's okay.
Okay.
I forgot to click a lot of things as I was growing up. So anyway,
Okay.
Patty,
Active there's that.
what?
Oh, that's expired. Okay, active. There's the one that you just asked about, and then at 197 Jose Vega Loop. There's that house. It's 165, the one with the house.
Oh, the one that I just looked at?
Yeah, and
That's
it's
not
on
bad.
5 acres.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Well, yeah, it's pretty out here. You got a nice view all the way around, and that's one of the things I really like. And but anyway, Patty, thank you for your courtesy, and I always enjoy talking to you. Have a good day.
I enjoy you too.
Thank
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That is Lincoln County Real Estate, Capitan, New Mexico, and she's just as friendly as she can be. And I've probably talked to her 50 times because every time I see something that I might be interested in, I immediately call her to find out if she's got it listed or who does. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, you want to see an interesting windmill? I'll do this right here. Or a wind vane. You haven't seen this before. And then I'll end the video. See this? That's made by cutting 50-gallon drums in half and putting them on some wheels. You'll see that. But anyway, that's a good way to end the video right now. So having said that, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Keep your health, drink plenty of water, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your life and build you a windmill just like that to have in your front yard. Your neighbors will be very impressed. Bye-bye.